But this time she doesn't grab the cocktail, she grabs the wrist.
Ah, the wrist.
she grabs my wrist.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Tales from the Bar. I'm your host, Anthony Tringale, and this show is presented by Eat Local New York.
Who knew?
Who knew? And my guest today is none other than Jon Page. Jon, thanks for coming in.
Appreciate you for asking me, brother.
All right, well, my guest today is Jon Page from Three Lives, a very hip and cool casual bar in downtown Syracuse, Armory Square.
Yep.
And they have maybe the most creative cocktails, if not the most creative cocktails, anywhere in central New York.
Wow.
I said that. And so did Jason on Yelp. And so Jon is going to be making, is this off of a new menu, the Willy Wonka menu?
This is going to be a featured event that we're doing with Syracuse and Sweet on Chocolate.
Awesome.
So this is the Charlie Bucket Fizzy Lifting Drink.
Okay. Yeah. Funny thing about Mr. Bucket,
Yeah.
my father-in-law used to work for him
Really?
and is, friends with him.
At a chocolate factory?
No, he lives up in, the Ostrom, the guy who played Charlie.
You resemble Oompa Loompa.
Do I? I was just trying to think, how do I put my face orange in post-production?
You're saying your father was an Oompa? No, who was it again?
My father-in-law
father-in-law.
worked for the guy who played Charlie
Yeah.
in the original Willy Wonka.
What did they do?
They were veterinarians.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So we're going to go through, this is a two-part video. The first part, we're going to be making some, what's the proper name?
We're calling them passion fruit pearls.
Passion fruit pearls. So we're going to do that in this video. It's pretty detailed. And the second video, we're going to be putting it all together and making the cocktail. All right, Jon, well, what's the first step? Well,
Okay.
Why don't you better explain what we're doing?
So the principle of what we're doing here is the Charlie Bucket Fizzy Lifting Drink is going to contain passion fruit pearls that lift in the cocktail glass as it gets set down to give you the illusion of fizzy lifting drink. Okay, so we're going to be making the passion fruit pearls today with Chinola passion fruit liqueur. Really strong, very sweet liqueur. And the principle of the pearl making process is you combine an alcohol with water, sodium alginate, and what do we have here? Sodium citrate for the pH balance. And it's going to react with a calcium bath that we have to form a gel membrane around the pearls that we're making, okay? So we're gonna start making the mixture for the base, and then we'll spin that around, and then we'll make the calcium bath, and then we'll pause, it takes like 30 minutes to sit, or so, 20 minutes to sit, and then we'll come back. We'll drip those in, we'll wash them, and then they'll be ready for consuming, okay? And then we'll start the other video.
Awesome.
So we're gonna start off with a half a cup of, we're following the instructions here from the spherificator, which is half a cup of water and a teaspoon, and a half teaspoon of sodium citrate.
It's like we're in Breaking Bad.
Dude, we're making better tasting drugs today. Okay. Now, if you would, the hand blender's there to blend this on a low speed. Okay. So if you don't mind doing that, my friend, and I'll continue reading the recipe.
Okay. Let's put it right in there.
Yep. And then we're gonna sprinkle in the sodium alginate as you do that. So keep going with that. So as he's spinning this solution, we're adding another half teaspoon of now what is sodium alginate. It's gonna probably get on there a little bit. Yep. Half of it made it in. So I can give the other spoon and there you go, keep going.
I'm doing it.
He's really doing it, folks. Now we're gonna slowly add the chinola. How much do we do here? This is I believe it's a half a cup. So grab that. Switch this here.
Wow, look at that.
Professional. Okay. And we're gonna add the half cup of liquor. Perfect. Keep blending that up a little, lift it up a little bit. There we go. Okay, so that's thickening up. Now, okay, that's pretty good. Now we have to let that solution rest for 30 to 45 minutes. We're gonna cut back to this. We're gonna have the pearls starting to make. We're gonna make the calcium bath while this waits. I'm gonna set a timer on my phone for 30 minutes. Really what we're trying to do here is let all the bubbles get out of here and rise up. So sometimes you don't even have to wait 30 minutes to have this done. Set it and
Forget it.
forget it. So Anthony already gave me 2 cups of regular tap water.
Actually, I went to a local spring and got that.
Look at local spring.
Yeah.
Which one?
There's one down by the creek walk.
Oh, okay. Nice, fresh Onondaga Lake water. We're gonna add 1 full teaspoon. We're adding 1 full teaspoon of calcium chloride that comes with the spherificator. Now, I think all these ingredients are also available probably on Amazon as well.
And soon to be eatlocalnewyork.com. You can buy everything there.
Yep. And I'm just basically gonna be mixing this by hand. So, waiting for that to rest, making our bath. All of this has to, did you put cold water in here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it supposed to be warm water?
Yeah, I hope it helped. I'm gonna use body heat. We're gonna use body heat. We're gonna get all this taken care of.
Make sure you use warm water, people.
It'll take about a half an hour.
I was feeling pretty confident about, being like an honorary member of the 3 Lives team, but now I just screwed that up royally.
For sure. You know, I think this might be a good time for me to tell that story while we wait.
Okay.
Might as well do it, right?
So a big part of the show is, telling us, the viewers, crazy story of your time in the bar business. And you've been in the bar business for quite a while, right?
Sure. Yes, I have.
50 years?
50 years. Going on next month. 50
crazy.
years. Yeah, I can't believe it.
You've worked at some pretty established places
For sure.
in Central New York.
I'm not going to name names.
Not going to name them.
Not gonna
I'll
name
just
them now.
put them right there on the bottom. Why did you tell us about this story?
Okay, so there I was. It's about 4 years ago. I was working at this place. It was a hotel, inn, and spa in Skaneateles. Again, not going to name names, but well-established place. It's a big property, big resort. They have a little hot tub area where I tended the bar at, and it's summertime. And summertime, you have to know, at this place is always popping. So much so that the weekdays are busy, constant cash flow, but then also the weekends are like overwhelmingly busy to the point where it's like, I don't look forward to it all the time. However, it's a lot of cash, so I'm feeling pretty good about still showing up, right? Well, one weekend changes all that because this mother and daughter come through. It's their first time there, and we're all hitting it off great. They're well fit, they're funny, and they're big tippers. So there's
Big
no
waters?
big tippers.
Big tippers, okay.
Big tips. Say it with me.
Big tips.
Good. So they come through every weekend because they're having a good time. And as the weekends progress, we get friendlier and friendlier. And the daughter and I start talking a little bit more and more. We're having a good time to the point where one weekend the daughter says something a little bit forward where her mom was like, taken back a little bit. Didn't know her daughter was into me. Well, proved it to me that the daughter was into me. So the following weekend, my plan is to ask the daughter out, hang out, go do something. But the next weekend rolls up and I'm waiting for them to show up. It's kind of getting late, but the mother and daughter don't show up until the mom actually does show up, like before I'm about to close. And she comes in and she is kind of like, I immediately feel like she's mad, okay? Because her presence is different. So she comes up to me, she orders like her usual, which by the way is disgusting. It's a Cosmo, but not garnished with like lemon or lime peel. It's actually garnished with blue cheese stuffed olives. Gag, okay? Gag me, dude. So she orders the cocktail to have poolside. So I'm making the cocktail up. I'm gagging. I'm making the cocktail up. I go out there and I hand it to her. She goes, what time are you closing? And I'm like, well, pretty soon. She goes, oh, okay, good. I don't think anything of it. She still seems pissed for whatever reason. I go back in and I look at my phone because I'm always on my phone. Get a message from another local Skaneateles restaurant saying they want you to be the bar manager. And I'm like, okay, cool. You know what? That gives me a couple of weeks to do basically whatever at my current job with absolutely no repercussions at all, right?
Right.
Perfect. So I go back out there, and this is on my mind, and she wants another cocktail, so I go back in, gaggle a little bit more, bring her out the new cocktail, but this time she doesn't grab the cocktail, she grabs the wrist.
Ah, the wrist.
She grabs my wrist, and she pulls me in, she goes, so when are you gonna join me in the hot tub? And I'm trying to be professional about the whole thing, but in the back of my mind, I'm like, I only got 3 weeks left. So she asked that, and I say, listen, I'm trying to be funny, and I'm like, I didn't bring my bathing suit. And she laughed, and that used that as leverage, I guess, and pulls off her bottoms and her top and goes, well, you can have mine. So I won't get into details, but the one detail is I didn't go on that date with that daughter. I wonder why.
Was she still a big tipper?
Big tips.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.